So Maria, in our talk, I actually said we don't do formal assessments, and we were just on the couch and we were talking about that. Can you clarify that to our audience?
Yeah, of course. So we do have formal assessments in the clinic, and as speechies, I'm speaking from the speech pathologist perspective, we do use them occasionally. So a formal assessment to look at a child's oral language, so how they speak and use language, and how they understand spoken language, and formal assessments around the production of speech sounds, so how they say the sounds that make it hard or easy for us to understand what they're saying. We do use those because they do give us useful information, but they are used with discernment. So what that means is we think about when do we need this information to support the child. So typically when we have a new intake, we do not do the formal assessments at that point in time because that child doesn't know us, we don't have rapport with them, so we are not going to get a snapshot of their skills on their best day. We would use those assessments later on down the track when we need specific information, be that to create a speech program, so an intervention program where we can...
Or to get funding.
So that we can put that information in an NDIS progress report for families, and even within doing the formal assessment, we always take into account the individual differences that that child has. So we think about how do we need to cater the testing environment in order to ensure the child's participation and success. So that might mean that they need movement breaks in between every subtest, or that we, instead of flipping through the pages of the test and the child just naming them, we hide the cards around the room and then they label them. So there's a time and a place for formal assessments, but definitely not when we first start working with a child. And even then we think creatively about how we can get the best out of our clients when we're doing them with them.
And not all children will have that type of formal assessment where they sit at the table.
No.
Where, like right now, we're learning about a new one from America that doesn't rely on the child to sit at the table, but it's more that we're assessing the child based on video footage that we've seen. So we're always looking for evidence-based practices, but which are neuro-affirming and neurosensitive. So really supporting children that cannot sit at a table and flip cards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Maria.
Yeah, hope that was helpful for you guys.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.